Hello there everyone, Nanu Master here, and these are my final thoughts of Dishonored. Alright, before we get too ahead of ourselves, I just want to state now that I am extremely tired, and the main reason I'm doing this video right now is so I can actually just try and stay awake. But, so let's jump right into it. I finished Dishonored. It took me a lot longer than I thought, but I'm actually happy about that because I got to a point where I'm like, oh my god, I'm almost done with this game. But I wasn't done. I still had like 2 or 3 more levels to do, and I'm like, oh, this is nice. But so yeah, let's just talk about the game, and these are my final thoughts on it now that I've beaten it. Where to start? Okay, let's start with the story. The first thing I said in the beginning, like when I first started playing, was the story was, nothing really big, like really attached me to it. There was nothing huge that I thought was great. A lot of it was very obvious in the beginning, and throughout the story it stayed that way. I mean, I can tell you the main plot, like you were going after the girl and then you were well, doing, if you want to assassinate them, but you were taking care of all the people that like betrayed you and whatnot. And you get to a point, I mean, I'm just gonna tell you because it's the end of the game. People, I don't know if you're watching this, then I'm talking about the ending of the game. Like, this is the last level, but one part comes up and I'm like, this is gonna happen, and I even said cue betrayal, and I come in and then the people that you've been with betray you, and I'm like, well, that was obvious. But I mean, that really disappointed me actually. I was like, I walked in there, I just beat the apparently last guy, the Lord Regent, and I was on my way. The guy's on his boat. He's like, I'll see you, whatever. I'm like, you probably won't. I'll probably be betrayed by then. And I go, they poison me, and voila, they betray me. And then you go throughout the guy, which is nice. They brought back the person who I totally forgot about, the guy who actually killed the Empress. I think his name's Dowd. He had the ability. He has like different abilities as well, or his assassin people have the abilities. But yeah, they bring him back, and you see him and whatnot. So he was just an assassinator. That's it, assassin. Sorry, assassinator. That's just dumb. Sorry if I'm rambling. Once again, I'm trying to stay awake. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the story. I mean, the ending was just awful in my opinion. I thought it was such a bad ending. The main quarrel I had was that the guy who gives you the powers, the like demonic dude, I guess you could say, he doesn't play a bigger part. Like, he just shows up sometimes, tells you a few things, says that you're very interesting and whatnot in what you do. And I wanted to see him do something. Like, I kept thinking that something was going to happen. Like, he was going to be summoned or brought back, or he's going to do something. Like, I thought he was going to betray me, or he was, like, setting me up so I could do this evil thing for him. Which would have been really cool. I would have liked that. But, he didn't really do anything. And at the end, he doesn't do anything. He's there to narrate, basically. And I thought he was a lot cooler than that. I thought he'd do... I mean, I thought he was cool the first time I saw him. And he sounded... Like, I liked his little talks that he would have. And at the end, it was lackluster in my opinion. There wasn't anything special. Like, the worst part is, you get to the end, and the one guy, one of your people who betray you, that you work for at the beginning, and then they betray you, he kills everyone else that you worked with, and he just basically says, yeah, here you can have the Empress, the princess. You can kill me if you want or not. Sorry. You can kill her. You can kill me if you want, or you don't have to. And I didn't. I didn't do that for a lot. I tried to not kill anyone to get the least amount of chaos. And it was just like, seriously, you open the door like to free Emily, and it ends. Like, you open it, and then you guys talking. He's like, oh, Carvo, blah blah blah, and then it's over. No cutscene. Technically, no cutscene in my opinion. All it is like stills of your character models just there, and then the narrator just talking about what happened. And I'm like, oh my gosh, really? That's how we're gonna end this? I think it could have ended so much better. I don't know how the ending looks for like Major Chaos. I'll have to look that up, see how it looks. But I just thought, I don't know. I just didn't. It didn't get me. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy the story aspect of it. I mean, I liked some of the characters. I liked Samuel just because he was there. And the funny thing, never mind. If you saw the video, you saw it. But I liked Samuel. He was cool. Other than that, for the story, that's pretty much it. It was predictable, nothing hugely like spectacular, but yeah, it wasn't anything special. You're probably not going to play this game for the riveting storytelling, but it is what it is. It wasn't awful. I've seen worse, so it was all right. But now let's talk about the main thing that really made me want to play this game, which still tells me that this game's a good game, and that is the combat and the gameplay, the actual gameplay. I can't, like, there's just some kind of like amazing, cool feeling that you get. I mean, if I had just the blink spell where I could like teleport, and that's the only spell I had, I would still enjoy this. That's like the only thing I even used basically, but I would still enjoy this game a lot. And that's probably one of my favorite things, was just blinking behind people. Like, they'd be a little distance apart, and then I'd just blink right behind them and then like choke them out. That felt so cool and so smooth when you did it. I don't know what else to say. Like, it felt really polished and well done in that aspect, where I could do these things like that. What I loved to do, which was so much fun, like there'd be a group of people, and then I would stop time, and then I'd either walk up if I had enough time, or I'd like blink right behind them, so I was like in the middle of them, and then I'd use my sleep darts while the time was stopped, and then they one time just click back on, they would all just fall around me, and I'm like, oh my god, this looks so amazing. Oh, that was so much fun. I loved doing that. I loved it. I loved those things. That was a lot of fun. Um, like, I don't know. I think back like when I played Assassin's Creed, like those silent killings where it just happens. Like when in Assassin's Creed you have people around you that react to it, which is a little bit nicer. I like that little kind of, oh, who did this, and you're right there and you see it happen. But this still I still really enjoy it. I think the sneaking was really well done. I felt like most of the time it was actually a challenge. I spent a good, I think there's 9 chapters. Let me check out how many hours I've played this game. I have played Dishonored for a total of Dishonored. It took me 15 hours, around 15 hours to beat the game, which is actually kind of a, I guess yeah, that's kind of a lot. That's kind of a lot for me. As far as it's been 15 hours on that game, but a lot of it was just spent trying to redo the mission, so that I well, not redo it. I just never finished unless I like did it the way I wanted to do it. So if I would get caught, I'd just kill myself or restart or something. But a lot of it was just trying to go through really sneaky so that I wouldn't get caught or I wouldn't kill anyone. And it was a real challenge at times. Like a lot of times I just wanted to pull out my hair. So it took me like an hour and a half to close to 2 hours to beat one mission. And yet I still did it, and I still enjoyed myself, and I felt very achieved when I actually finally did it, which was really good. It was very rewarding. So I think it was worth it. I can't really talk too much about the combat, I guess you could say, like the actual fighting, because I didn't do like any of it. Most of all my fighting was taken care of just choking them from behind or using the sleep darts. But I mean, people say the combat's really fun. I'm probably gonna play it again, or at least sections again, some from the more levels that I like, and just give it another shot. So, gameplay, fun, solid, very solid sneaking game, where I felt like it actually mattered and I could actually go these different routes and do these different things, and it would actually impact how the game played out. That was a lot of fun. Like, not story-wise, but it impacted how people reacted and how I treated the game, which was much better, I think, than most games, where it doesn't matter. Like, you can it didn't matter what you did. It all ended the same, and the AI act the same, and there's only like one route to go. So really good in that aspect. I think it did a very good job, and I found it very enjoyable, which is the number one thing for a game. It should do. You should be one. When I sit down and play it, I should enjoy myself. I shouldn't like regret playing the game, and I never did. I played it, and I enjoyed it, even though I got very frustrated at times. In the end, I enjoyed it. So another thing that we can quickly talk about. This is almost done here. The art style again, like I said in the beginning, I really enjoyed it. The problem was that they give me since I'm going really sneaky. One of your abilities is like, I guess you could say night vision type, where you can see through walls and you can see people and their heat signatures and whatnot. And I use that all the time. I had it on like constantly, so just to make sure I could see everything. And it kind of ruined the art because it changes how everything looks to like a yellow greenish tone for everything. So that kind of sucked because I actually really like the art in this game. I like how it looks. Like I said, it reminded me of Bioshock almost, and I really like how it looks. So I think I'm going to try again. If I ever do another sneaking one, like just for funsies, I might just do it like no using night vision or no using whatever that vision is called, which would be really difficult, I think. But worth a shot just for something fun to do. So yeah, that's it for that. I think that's pretty much it. Overall, good game. I'd still recommend it. I think it's a lot of fun. Story, not so good, but it's not awful. It's not bad enough that makes you like want to not like the game. Like it's very okay. It's very much a campaign or a story where you're not going to argue about it. You're not going to question it. You're just going to be like, oh, this is happening. This makes sense. This is what I have to do. And it doesn't take away from the combat. It doesn't take away from the gameplay. It doesn't take away from any of the good parts. So it's fine. It doesn't have to be a great story when the gameplay and when I'm playing it is just fun. It doesn't need to have a great story. So I think it's good. Thumbs up. Really enjoyed the game. Recommend it to a lot of people that want that kind of stealthy gameplay or that different kind of feel to a game that you probably haven't felt in a while. I would definitely suggest this game. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. They're my final thoughts. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you when I make another one. Later.